This artwork is pineapple perfection, but wait for it. Now it's a pineapple nightlight. To make your very own, this is what you'll need. Some yellow tissue paper, some green felt, a battery-operated candle, scissors, green paint, a permanent marker, a paintbrush, a paint palette, some strong craft glue, water, a hot glue gun, and of course, a tall jar. Let's get started. Now, the first step is to cut up our tissue paper into diamonds, so it gives that shape of the pineapple skin. And the best way to do that is cut along the crease of the paper. Pick up your scissors, and I'm probably going to cut a piece that's 3 centimetres wide and cut all the way across. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. Now, the next step is once you've got your long strip, to cut triangles. So I go one way and then the other. And then just repeat the whole way down. There we go, that should be enough. So when you open them up, they're a big diamond. So separate those into a nice pile, because this is what we're going to glue to the outside of our jar to give that pineapple skin look. There we go, that's a pretty big pile. Now the next step is to take your lid off, and we're going to paint some glue all around the edge and stick our pineapple pieces on. So using your paintbrush, dip it in. Sometimes I just like to paint a section at a time so it doesn't get too sticky everywhere. So now I've painted about half of the jar. I'm just going to put some diamond pieces onto it. Now the trick is to have no gaps. So if they overlap each other a little bit, that's okay. But diamond pieces fit really well together, so it shouldn't be too hard. There we go, last piece on. Now it's time to coat the whole jar in a layer of glue, but make sure your brush strokes go across the jar because otherwise the paper will rip. So really light-handed brush strokes just across. Kind of sticks down all the loose ends of the paper. And just remember, this glue actually dries clear, so you won't see white when it dries. And if you see a gap that you may have missed, it's not too late just to stick another piece of paper on. Just there. Don't forget to glue them on top. Now that my jar is completely covered in the glue, I'm going to put it aside for a few hours to let it dry. And while that's drying, we may as well paint the lid because that'll also take a few hours to dry because it's metal. So just wash off your brush, the glue, pour some green paint into your palette. And I'm just going to paint all over the lid. You might need to do 2 coats, but I think this paint is thick enough. There we go, that's all covered. Set that aside to dry. Now we can work on our felt leaves. I'm going to cut this felt into 4 strips, and then I'm going to put them on top of each other and cut a big leaf out so they're all the same. As a good guide, it's good to get out your permanent marker and draw a leaf on. So I'm going to start at one corner, work my way up into a tall point, and then I'll work my way back down to the other corner. So there we have a beautiful leaf. Now, I'm going to cut them all out at once. Now just remember, if you're using scissors, have an adult around. They can be quite sharp. There we go. 4 perfect pineapple leaves, all exactly the same. That's all dry now, and you can see that the paper's gone all hard and a bit shiny, but it's still see-through, which is perfect, so you'll see the candle through it. I'm just going to use my permanent marker now to draw on some V's. I'm going to double it over a bit so they're nice and dark. Gives it a bit more of a pineapple-y feel. Just do it randomly all over the jar. That's all done. It's looking more like a pineapple. Now, the last step is to glue the leaves onto the lid. Now, there's a bit of a trick to get them to stand up. What you do is you glue them so they lean on each other, so they don't flop down. Now, it's time to use our hot glue gun to put the leaves in place. Now, if you're not sure, go and grab an adult because this glue can be really hot. So I'm just going to do a line on the top of the lid. Now, fold your leaf and place him down. Now, he's going to flop down, but that's okay because we're going to glue the other leaf on to pull him up. So just on the other side, we'll do another line of glue. Don't let him fall. Fold the leaf again and put him down. Magic trick, they're holding themselves up. And just repeat with the other two. So I'll do another big line of glue at the back, fold him again, place him on, and you can angle him so his leaves are pointing out a bit more. A little bit more glue, fold it again, and there you go, we've got a leafy lid. Now you just have to turn on your battery-operated candlelight, pop it in your pineapple, and you're ready to go. And pineapples are just the beginning. You can make heaps of different types of fruit night lights. Here I made a strawberry one. It's just the same process as before. Pop your light in, ready to go.